Breaking news. Canelo Alvarez has signed a four-fight deal with Turkey Al-Sheikh and Riyadh season. We are finally getting the dream fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford after it appeared to be off 24 hours ago. The fight is back on at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada on September 13th. This is fantastic news. It did seem like something was off with this, fight being called off despite having a location and an announced date. But it appears that negotiations were being finalized today, and Canelo Alvarez has confirmed that he has signed a four-fight deal with Turkey Al-Sheikh. This is via Turkey Al-Sheikh's social media. He posted a video. Canelo confirmed it on Twitter. And Canelo was skiing in Montana all week while he was negotiating probably the biggest contract of his career to this point. And he signed a four-fight deal with Riyadh season, and he is getting a fight in May in Riyadh, a fight in September with Crawford in Las Vegas, and then two fights in Riyadh in May and September in 2026. This is great news for boxing fans. I'm really excited to see who Canelo fights in May. It's confirmed it will not be YouTuber Jake Paul, which is great news for boxing purists. I believe that fight still happens one day, but it's not happening soon, which is good news for us boxing purists. There's too much money for Canelo not to fight Jake Paul one day, but it should be after his career being one of the greatest boxers in today's sport. It should be at the end of that, when he is really no longer competing against the best of the best and no longer a champion. That's when that fight should take place. And I'm interested to see who Canelo fights in May. This is great news. My mind's all over the place. I'm really excited. What a roller coaster week this has been. And, we do have confirmation from Canelo and Turkey themselves now instead of reports from the Ring magazine, even though that's owned by Turkey. But, straight from the two sources, really puts minds at ease here that, this is official, this is a done deal. And, this must have been quite the week of negotiating between the two. Those are two tough negotiators, Turkey Al-Sheikh and Canelo Alvarez. And, Canelo's fight in May, I believe, will be William Skull, as I have said before on this channel. I believe the IBF champion fighting Canelo Alvarez in May will only make Crawford and Canelo bigger. The reason why I say that is this gives Canelo the opportunity to become a two-time undisputed super middleweight champion, which would add to his legacy, another champion that Canelo can defeat, and that would add to his list of defeated champions, and inch him closer to Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao on that record for most champions beaten. Canelo Alvarez is in third place right now. He's right on the heels of Manny Pacquiao. He's got a few more champions to knock off before he catches up to Floyd Mayweather, but I believe that's a record that he wants. And it's a record that I think he realistically will get by the time his career is done. And William Skull is a beatable opponent for Canelo Alvarez. I think this is someone that Canelo should beat. And then for Terence Crawford's point of view, if he fights Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds for Canelo's undisputed titles, this gives Crawford the opportunity to be a three-time undisputed champion, the first boxer in history to do it in three different divisions. And that would make Terence Crawford top 5, 10 all-time boxer, the greatest boxer of this generation. This is a battle of who will be the king of their generation. And Canelo Alvarez will, he is the favorite in this fight with Terence Crawford. And I believe he will beat Terence Crawford. But the stakes for that fight are going to be massive. And it's going to be really fun to break down this fight. I was in the middle of studying, Canelo's recent fights and Crawford's fight with Madrimov this earlier this week, rewatching them. I've rewatched Canelo Mongaya twice this week, and I was really gonna fully lean into this fight and prepare for Canelo Crawford because it's hard to imagine those two guys in the ring. It's hard to just picture it in your head. See, it's going to be surreal when it happens. And then the fight was called off, and I was all disappointed. And now it's back on. So this has just been a roller coaster week for boxing fans. I mean, this is my third Canelo video in 3 days, and he has really dominated the headlines this week. And I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for those negotiations, and what took place here. And I'm really excited to see that Canelo Alvarez will be having his next four fights with Riyadh season. You know, William Skull in May, Terrence Crawford in September, and then maybe he gets that B-Vol rematch that he's desperately wanted for the last couple of years in 2026. Maybe that's something that's been promised to him. Maybe Benavidez is on the table, Beterbiev. We'll see how things shake out here. I still think Canelo probably doesn't want to fight Benavidez, but he can fight really whoever he wants to with Turkey Al-Sheikh at his side here. And these mega fights are going to be much more common in boxing now, that have been uncommon for the last 20 years or so. So this is great news for boxing fans. And Canelo Alvarez and Turkey Al-Sheikh next 2 years, it's going to be really exciting to watch. Canelo Crawford is officially back on, and I'm really excited to see how 2025 plays out for the king of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. Let me know what you think of this week's roller coaster in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to the Interim Title Show. Follow us on Instagram at Interim Title Show. And as always, thank you for watching.